Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and another training vlog. Today I'm at Westwood Athletics in Richmond, Virginia, training with my good friend Dylan Shannon. If you don't already follow him, go do it immediately. Dylan is an absolute dog in the gym, but also one of the most humble and knowledgeable guys that I know in the industry. So today, I'm just following him. I'm doing as I'm told. And we're starting off with 6 sets of bench press. We did some wave loading today. So our first set was 8 reps, then 6, then 4, and then we repeat 8, 6, 4 with the second wave being heavier than the first wave's corresponding sets. Here's my last set of bench. After doing kettlebell for the past 5 months and not doing a whole lot of barbell, I felt really solid today. So definitely trying to get more consistent under the bar now that my kettlebell program is officially over. And then here, Dylan on his last set, I'm there more for moral support. He's making that thing move like butter. I love it. Moving on to the next exercise, we have pull-ups. I'm using a neutral grip here, or chin-ups, I guess, and I'm pulling my chest all the way up to the bar. I did 6 sets of AMRAP, and I think this is my second set here. And Dylan did the same wave loading scheme that he did for bench press, so 864, 864. So he puts on the belt, throws some weight on there, and just doing Dylan Shannon things, just absolute beast. Also, I need to give a shout out to Westwood. This gym is so cool, and I'm sad that it took me so long to get in there to train, but man, it will not be my last. Up next, we have the incline dumbbell chest press. We're performing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Now, first of all, shout out to the lighting at Westwood. It looks awesome in there. And secondly, I love the fact that the dumbbells go up to 110 pounds. Not that I'm using them, but in Kinetique, my dumbbells only go up to 50 pounds. So whenever I want to load heavier than that, I either have to use a bar or I'll grab a kettlebell. That said, I do like using a kettlebell for the incline press because the bell sits on the outside of the forearm and it really wants to pull your arms apart. So I feel like my chest has to work harder to get back to center line. At the end of the day, whether you have dumbbell, kettlebell, use what's available to you, lift heavy, and just get the work done. Dylan's first set here, throwing up those 110s like it's nothing. What I really appreciate about training with Dylan, he's at such a high level, he's dialed in his technique. So a lot of takeaways from that. I mean, look at him, he's locked in, super stable. He's definitely not the first time that he's done this. The next back exercise we have is the chest supported barbell row, performing 3 sets of 8 to 10. Now, I've never done this with a bar before. The setup was a little challenging, but once you get locked in, it is all good. I'm using the straps here because the grip for me is a limiting factor. But yeah, great back pump. And after the pull-ups, this was really freaking hard. I'm thinking to myself, all right, this has to be the last back exercise, right? And Dylan says, no, there's more. The last chest exercise of the day is the high to low cable cross. You can see here that I start with my elbows bent and then I press out and extend, really trying to squeeze at that bottom position. The reason I do that and don't lock my elbows is due to a shoulder injury I had a few years ago. And I don't know if it's mental or physical hesitation or both, but getting into like a really deep fly position is a little daunting to me. This is my last set. We did 3 sets of 12 to 15, but my last set, I performed a rest pause. So go till failure, rest for 10 to 20 seconds, grab the weight, go again until you cannot press anymore. I think I got 4 on this rest pause. I try for a 5, and yeah, it just doesn't happen. Now I want you to look at Dylan's technique here because it's very different from mine. He keeps his elbows locked. His is definitely more of a fly. All that movement is happening from the shoulder, deep stretch, tight squeeze. Every rep looks the exact same. Just awesome technique here. Last exercise of the day is the straight arm pull down, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps with a rest pause on the last set. I believe this is my second one. I don't do these very often and I need to do more of them, but the weak point here for me was my left shoulder. It was not pulling on that last rep, and just recognizing that weakness and know I have something to work on. Overall, a great way to finish destroying my back. Dylan here, last set, finishing strong. Overall, just an awesome chest and back day. Again, training with someone like Dylan is super motivating and inspirational. He's a wealth of knowledge, so really appreciate the opportunity and looking forward to another training session with him in the future. Shout out again to Westwood. What an awesome gym. Great lighting, great equipment. So yeah, that's today's session. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll get back to you. But as Dylan would say, today was an elite chest and back day. Screenshot this program, give it a try, and I'll see you in the next one.